Let's go. Morning, everybody. Oh, how is everybody doing? We're back from our trip to London. Nice to meet the group for once. It was a lovely experience. I hope you all had a wonderful trading yesterday, because it looks like we made a new all-time high this morning. Or this night, better said. At the first viewing point, it looks like we are just going to trade higher. We just have a small for value gap down here, but I don't believe it will hold much value at this point. We can see we have actually a nice 4-hour candle closing off completely and then showing us that it has a bullish structure that wants to continue up higher. The only thing we can trade in is this 1 hour just below here, or maybe sweep this if it needs some liquidity, but it looks like it wants to continue. So if anything happens today, first viewing point looks like it definitely wants to go high. Gee, what a camera. Anybody traded this? That's a 170 point trade in about 15 minutes. About a half an hour already. I believe that was news, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 4 o'clock news. Before the news. So main thought process is every a down movement and we see a reaction off of it, that we just trade up higher. So longs are still the way to go, I believe. I saw that Ty was trading yesterday morning, so happy for all of you. Had someone else streaming. I was at the airport at that point. I did not want to do 2 things at one time. So I've seen London for once in my life, but I must say it's not a cheap country compared. Everything costs at least twice as much, or almost twice as much as here. And people do have a lot of money to spare. I used to say that we can buy some Belgian fries here. Now I have to say, if you ever have a not great feeling of a trading account, if it's not even real money, we really need to put it out of our brains, because people pay their £70 or £60 just for a meal. Oh, shit. So then $15 is actually nothing. You can actually have 4 accounts already for that. If there were breaks to the downside, I actually don't want to take it if it breaks to the downside. I want to trade higher. If we trade to the downside, actually we cannot put much value on it, and we can actually not put very far. The only thing we can trade to is this halfway value gap, and that will be it. So the only thing we can do is trade to here. Yeah. If we are at this high at this point, that means that we definitely want to go higher. So anything that retraces a little bit would be a nice way to enter and then continue actually the longs. So I don't believe anything will do. Or the news can maybe bring us down a bit, but it doesn't look like it wants to. But just because of this 4 hour, actually, this is just such a nice bullish shine. So we had complete movement, it tapped it again, closed off the fair value gap, and now we just want to see continuation up. Because this was actually a nice candle close above these two highs, equals, well, as good as an equal high. So we swept liquidity, and actually it didn't do anything. It just pushed us higher. So anything that we have a small retracement from, that would be great. If we do step a little bit lower to that 15-minute fair value gap, we can take it to there, but I prefer actually after we tapped it and we see a continuation higher to enter that one. Oh, funny cat. Ben je zoek uit? En die was nog aan het. Vond ik speciaal. Waarom met u? Ja, best nog goed procent ook. Maar ik procent ook niet echt. There were a few things I didn't like about London. They had everywhere airco. Oh my god. It's really not healthy to be in a consistently in airco. Students ask Kantai who won the races. The funny thing is, most of the parts, the race cars was just empty. Nobody was even racing it. For everybody who wonder how he's like, he's actually a very normal person. That never have seen him. He has his own way of thinking, and I like it. I hope next time more people of Playbet will join the group. It'd be nice to meet more, of course. No, I'm not in a trade yet. Put it on the screen. Maybe it's better. And red, that you can see it. We still need about 5 minutes to complete this order, people, so we still need to be patient. I was just looking if we traded lower, if it was even doable. So like here, if this should be TP once we came down, there ain't much to trade off, so I was looking if it comes up a bit higher, that was still doable. Would be a half hour risk for making an hour and a half, that would be possible. But if we only get like 1 hour risk and we get 1.5, I probably won't take this. I actually want to trade up, so I want to see it tap this and then continue higher. The reason why is because this 4 hour this actually 4 hour candle came back, closed. We continued actually the movement higher, and then this next 4 hours should actually go higher. Doesn't mean that we cannot have a small retracement, but prefer not to trade it. This was actually one of Nix's models, which you could have traded. It was a news candle. Wie heeft honger? Ik wil eten. Kom maar jongens, geef me iets. So for anybody new, I do still pre-order sessions, so I'm still waiting or being patient until the orb is formed. Afterwards, we will see what direction it wants to take. But if you actually want to have a very great trade today, I would suggest that you see when we get a retracement. Say that we tap this 15-minute now. We tap it, and then we see a continuation back over the last candle that draw it. So say that we go above this high, enter it, put your stop just under that wick from this candle, and just let it go. That would be actually the best movement for today. So say that you come above here again with a body closed. You can have an entry here and then target. I would say first 200 and even a nice round number. Next one would be the 300, of course, or 250. So people actually bounce off of these levels just because it's a psychology level. The round 100 numbers, the round 50 numbers. So we just made our range. We have a small orb, only 16 points. We do have a value gap inside, so the height would be exactly the top. For our stop. If it goes under here, we probably will go all the way to this low. Ja, kurz houden. I actually never knew that cigars were this expensive. So we were to a cigar lounge for once. Not my thing. I don't smoke actually. So, but I did love the explanation how they were created, and they told about it with very much passion. So they do like what they're doing. It's a bit like us. We're passionate about trading, and they were passionate about cigars. I did not knew that it was so expensive ones too. So some of them cost actually 45,000 euros or dollars or pounds for one cigar. I was like, holy! Did not knew that even existed. Morning. Yeah, how you can choose standard deviation. I actually don't put a take profit on the all-time high. I actually would just let it ride all day. Every time I see something with a small retracement of a 15-minute, I would just put my stop under here, if and then see if you have a continuation. So I keep the profits that we made until here and then let it run again. Like I said, first target would be at least the 200 level. And then I believe after that we hit the 200 level, we have a small retracement back to this high and then continuation back up. So after that drop of that low again and then continuation, I would just put my stop on that. Last sweep of liquidity again. A small retracement. This is actually the most fun days that you can have in trading. Once we hit and we just can let it ride for the whole day, we can make like a 5 to 7 hour easy, with only a risk of a half hour. So that means that you actually made a 10 hour. But we do have news today, so maybe that can shake up a little bit. When do I add to my position? Oh, that's a nice position, man. So you actually want to add. So any retracement that we have. So you were in this trade from down here. I'll go. So this was actually a great point to add to that position. So I would take the 15 minutes, and if we have a huge retracement, so I would say if we do tap this for value gap one more time down here, that would be a great place to add. What is also a great place after you see that we hit this 1 hour for value gap, and then see a continuation and a breach of the high of that 1 hour that was created, and we continue higher and we go above here. You can add one here, or you can choose to add when it taps a 1 hour for value gap, and then put your stop under here or under here. So if this for value gap should hold, we should actually not trade below this wick candle here. If you want to hold it completely through the day, yeah, then I would watch actually the 1 hours, and the 15 minutes. Wait for a nice retracement over 15 minutes. So this is also a 15-minute for value gap. So watch if it taps this 1 hour and how the reaction comes. If it does not just tap it and continues low to this one, I would actually put it in here. And then if you see a 15-minute change in delivery again, add directly after that. So say that we tap to here. I won't go straight, of course. And then we have a nice change. And here we sweep a 15-minute candle back to the upside. There will be a 5-minute for value gap normally somewhere in this candle. Put your entry at the 5-minute candle, wick of that candle, and then let it ride. And then you can put your stop under this last sweep of liquidity. And you have actually double the size. Because I see you're only in 2 contracts, I would not add double. I would actually add 1 contract, so that you do not jump too high up. If we displace above all-time high and you see a continuation, you can add there too. But do know if you do this from here to there, that's 149 points up. That means that you actually will jump up, at least your entry will go up to here. So just keep that in mind. The meetup was very nice. Thank you. I'll take a look in a minute. Gail Shield. That was some. Kyle or Schil, ik weet niet hoe dat uitspreekt. Heel Schilp? Maar ja, that's yeah. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Excuse me if your name was not pronounced correctly, my friend. If we have a short, the only thing that I can short to is like these two stacks, 55 minutes for value gaps. This is like the only place I have, and I would take it actually to this. Um, it's also a 15 minute for value gap. So the line that's here, that's the only reason or point that I see immediately close by to take it to. Because if we short from all-time high, we actually need to get out of the trade much faster. So we need to take profit immediately when we can. Because the reaction off of these for value gaps can be actually very big and immediately push back up to the highs. Because people actually keep buying here. They don't stop. My crypto at this point is still very cheap to buy. None of the people here in Belgium are even talking about it, so they're way behind schedule. So when I see it back in the newspapers, then I know I need to sell everything. I mean, like swing trades. Yeah, correctly. It's not good RR. Dr. Wu for shorting. Nope. Dr. Wu, I never, in my back testing, I did actually not watch if it was great or not. If we go down, I'll take a half R. If we go up, I'll take a full R. Because I don't want to short this. I will take the model like it presents it, but actually I don't want to short at all today. And in my back testing, Dr. Wu, actually I did not know if there was news, yes or no. I just took them all. And even in my live trading, I actually take them all. Because before news can also be happy or can be nice. Liana, yes, I mean in crypto swing trades actually. Welcome to the stream, Omar. Morning, Guapo. Nice to see you. Oh, I used to teach crypto to people. The reason why I stopped teaching it is because it was a lot of time consuming and I did not have time enough to grow myself. So it was all the beginners learning how to do it step by step, one by one, opening an account, 2, 3, making sure you have safe place for your cryptos, and so on, so on. I'm not sure it's in Flemish or not. If it's not in Flemish, I can send you some movies on how to start. I actually recorded everything, so I'm not sure it's in Flemish or it's in my language or it's in English. Because in Belgium, it's not easy to get into crypto. But if you want to start, you just open an account. It depends on where do you live, Liana? Are you from USA based, or are you European based? Yeah, swing cryptos, of course. In the UK, okay. So I would suggest then to put to use Bybit or to use Maxi. So those two are quite easy to use. Um, I'm not sure if you can use a Maxi because you need to be European based, but I'm not sure if the UK is still European based on Maxi's websites. So if it is, fine, then you can enter it. If it's not, don't take it. Then just do Bybit or KuCoin. Good exchanges. You find most of the coins on them that I also talks about. So take both of them then, make an account, and yeah, you can actually just put money on it practically instantly. Just by debit cards or just a normal card, you just fill in what you need to do, describe, and just pay from your bank account straight to adding money to it. If you've never done it, give me a message. I'll take a look. Yeah, I started trading crypto in 2020. The funny thing is, the first thing I did was actually go to a bank and ask them to get me in it. I got the nose to my head and they said it was not possible, that I should not do this. And now I got a message from a friend of mine that shows us that the bank where I asked is now going to support crypto at November for people 5 years later. P2P. Oh, you have a Binance account. Yeah, that's good too. Here in Belgium, you cannot have Binance anymore. It was restricted. So I got off of it. Ja, dat kost het niet meer. Mhm. No, crypto I don't do through a prop firm. I just do it through a broker. So, well, actually, it's not a broker. So, like a Bybit, and they're actually companies that just found a way through the previous banking system. So they make actually money like a bank does. The good thing is back then you can actually have Visa cards from them too. So I actually paid the whole London trip for out of my cryptos. So I only used my normal bank card by twice, I believe, because the subway, um, if you take the tube there, it's called, and you need to pay by card, you can only do it one time in the minutes because you pay when you get out. So you tap it, and the paying comes off of it the second time you use it. So you can actually use one bank card only. And the problem was my wife was also with me, so I had to use two bank cards. That's the only time I actually used my normal bank card. Otherwise, everything was paid out of crypto. Yeah, if you want to have cheap fees, then you best use like Bybit in the UK. Can't use Bybit in the UK anymore. Only good for Ramp. UK is Kraken and Coinbase. I would never use Coinbase. Yeah, Maxi I would then use. I would also use KuCoin if you can. Kraken is okay, but I would never use Coinbase. Coinbase is way too expensive for trading. If you want to do a swing trade, you pay like $5 to $7 or $10 at least for just a swing trade, and they don't show it. So they actually don't show you how much you need to pay as fees. So Coinbase not done. Or you can use Coinbase Pro. That's a different one. It's a bit cheaper. Yeah, you can also look up which one you want to use. There are huge amount of exchange at this point. Not normal how many there are. When I started, well, like 3 or 4. Now there's like 15, 20, 50, I believe around 50 exchanges where you can buy cryptos. So 1.5 minutes, we will see if we have a breach to the downside. If we do have a breach to the downside, like I said, half hour, and this is the maximum that I can take it. So I don't even believe it's worth it. That's 12 points. So half hour, 12 points. That means, whew, is that even worth it? Stop would be here. So a 9-point stop. 100 divided by 2. That means, oh, 6 contracts. Next 2. Yeah, that means 6 contracts that we can use. 6, 6, 12. X2. No, it's not worth it. Not taking this. You would give $100 for 144. No, yeah. If you take a half hour here. So that was the close. Like I said, I'm not taking this. I will wait for the retracement back up. We will take a trade. But this is actually not worth it. So for this point off to here, we actually make $150 for the upper part would be great. So we will have to be patient until London opens. See if we have a sweep. Everybody understands why I'm not taking this. It's just, yeah, the value to it is not worth it. So you can take, if you would take a short from here. Even if you put your stop halfway, it's a 1.7. Okay, now it's a bit more because we went back up. So this is actually too worth it, but the risk is quite high that we won't even do it. I do believe that we'll tap this anyway. And we will be patient and see what happens after this reaction. If we have a 15-minute tap and we see a change in delivery, we will enter along and put our stop at that liquidity pot. This is actually how I add to my how I add to a trade too. So it's just like a normal entry. Yeah, next week, not this week. I had a big plan this week still that I need to do. We're full, by the way, so next week will definitely be in the charts. I did not remember I had London this week or last week, so what are the hours that the markets open? Okay, very good question. So London opens for me at 1 hour from now. So you can actually take London. So London opens at 8 for me. 3 o'clock in the afternoon for me is when New York opens. So this is New York for me. Oh, 3:15. It's 3. So this is London for me. And Asia is at 10, I believe. Yeah, here. See, actually, we can see we jump from previous day to next day. So here at 11. So these are the openings for me. At 11, at 8, and at 3. If I put it in New York time zone, I would say that's 6, 3 o'clock, and 10. This is how I watch it, actually. We will see how this reaction goes. So if it taps here and we see a nice, huge continuation to the lower part, we can still re-enter. And we still have about 25, 30 points. You all know the model, so if you want to take it, you can, of course. So being patient is also a great movement. It will probably I believe it will be a Monday and a Thursday. So I would 2 days in a week. I will do it. So this week you will all get the info. Everybody that joined.
We zien hoe het vandaag lukt, Ariana.
So look, this was actually the fast tap that I was expecting for. Now let's see how this candle goes. It's because now we actually already tapped that 15 minutes gap. It does not need to come halfway, of course. Would be nice to see it happen, but this is actually enough to continue back higher. So even here, we need to be very patient in trading. That's the only skill that you need in trading is be patient, have a model, and keep repeating, repeating, repeating. Because actually, if you're a trader, you're actually a smart people. You're actually a smart person immediately. Because it takes a lot of skill to learn, first of all, how markets go. And then the other skill that we need is how to control everything in the mind and just be confident in everything we do. So if you have a strange feeling in how much you put in it, and and you're still on a Bullnex account or anything else, actually, please stop messing with your mind, because this is actually worth less than I even take in one crypto trade. If I take a crypto trade, my stops are like 500 plus, and I have paid for one of these accounts only like 160. So Just keep that in mind. If you ever put numbers on them on the screen, that is actually not real money. You only start real money when you go to a live account. All the rest is just practice. And if you cannot see the difference between money and then change your settings, then I believe it's somewhere, charts and data. Yeah, instead of here, put ticks, percentages, or something like that inside. Doesn't matter. Just change a dollar. Because people make got a fear feeling something inside without actually having to have it. So you actually need to let go of that part. I came this to realization through my wife when we were in London. So people put too much value on something that is actually not valuable.
Dus het is choppy, hè.
Morning, Andy. I'm gonna mute you, my friend. I actually only trade orbs on NQ. I never trade orb on BTC. It doesn't have an opening. If you have traded crypto before, if you want to trade crypto, just watch the higher time frames, the 4 hour, the day, and the 1 hour. Nothing else. Anything below is not accurate in crypto. Ja, ik zie hem hier wel helemaal naar beneden gaan. Je gaat hier komen nog verder en dan verder gaan. Did somebody take it to the low or to this halfway range anyways? I do believe we will tap this. Because if we had the chance to take it all the way here, that was actually quite worth it. 60-point range. We got about 12 minutes in this 1 hourly candle and see how this one closes. Moet zaal doen. Dat is dat. Niet makkelijk, hè? Goed. Yeah, I have the option. Everybody has the option, Liana. Very nice scalper. Love to see people just trade without feelings. So now we tapped that for value gap the first 5 minutes here. Now I do want us to displace immediately lower if we want to have that continuation. Looks like Ty is awake.
Ik wil Aliana.
If you want to.
Ik wil het wel horen, hè, Duolingo. Oké, ja, oké.
So if you want the code, Liana, just send me a DM. I'll share it. So this could actually be the reaction I was waiting for. I do need a close above here with this 15 minutes. Then we will have, with a bit of luck, a 5 minutes. For value gap being created out of it, that would be the entry. Then stop would be under this candle. But I do need it to go up, of course. So this candle needs to close, first of all, above here. On the 15 minutes. So it needs to completely body above. So no wick, a body above. If it does that, then I have that sweep that I want to look for. First target would be, of course, the highs, and then see what happens. So it looks like I will stream in a minute, so we'll probably move. We're now with 50 plus in here anyway, so can everybody exactly see the screen? I hope. So that's the 5 minute push, what I was waiting for, or being patient for. Yeah, need to change the vocabulary, I know. So anybody from the mentorship, I'll explain how this works exactly, how I see this. You will see me trade multiple times live, so you will all have the momentum to learn this model. It's actually quite easy once you can see it. It's like riding a bike. Once you see it, you can actually not unsee it anymore. The only thing that we need to be done is very patient. That's all. The only thing now is we still need 5 more minutes, so then it's market open. If we have a retracement into a fair value gap, we probably just take it up higher. This is what I would do, of course. For everybody that had patience until now, congratulate yourself for just being here, being patient, letting the market do its thing until it shows us its hand where we can enter. That's the most not easy thing to do. And I've actually seen why. Because if you have been to London, people are rushing through everything. Jesus. They don't even have a second time to think about anything. Oh, very great, actually. He's a very normal person. He's just one like all of us. He's very discretionary, normal, can't stop trading. Even while on the table, he was trading. Very friendly person. Has a great mindset. Does say the word shit a lot, but except of that, actually, or fuck was the wolf.
To be fair.
But actually, it was a very nice time. Love to meet the rest of the crew too. The only place for the food was the place for the food was okay. The only thing was not okay was the music was so loud we actually had to shout to each other, and we were just sitting on the other side of the table, and we actually could barely hear each other. That was the only thing. So if you ever go to that place, actually, I would not recommend it just because of the loud music. Maybe people in London like it that way. I prefer if I sit on a meal that I actually can hear what people say beside me, so we can talk. For the rest of that, actually, was a nice experience. I never go to London to make it cheap because it's not a cheap country, or not compared to different parts of Europe that I already been to. It's actually very nice now. I can put some faces to few people's names are in here in the group. Hashbullah, what you mean by did you talk about ILM? Yeah, I said I want to see a close above the high here. Then I want to see a 5 minute for value gap created. What we have at this point, see, we actually have 5 minutes. I want to see a tap. That would be the entry. This would be the stop. If you have a continuation, okay, continuation back up higher. So if we have now a 15 minute close above this high, I actually want to see an entry inside this range. It would be something like this actually. But I want to see a full 15 minute close above this. No wick, actually a body close. No body close, no trade. This is how I take change of state of delivery. I want to see a 15-minute movement. No, we didn't talk about. We did take trade. We did talk about trades, but the funny thing is everybody has his own vision, and I prefer not to talk too much to different traders. It's it's not easy for me to keep focused then on what I'm doing. So we had no body close at all. So this is open, but we're all very nice people. So yeah, completely agree, sir. So this is why I prefer not to speak too much how I trade or what trading is. I do want to show what I can do and show what where I see certain points where the market changes in direction. But prefer not to talk about entry models or how they enter or what they do actually, because that is the less easy part to keep it out of your brain. Then once you see it, you have to adjust it to your style still. And trading is actually a lonely game. So I is going on live on stream. I believe we will change stages. So see you all at the main stage. Good morning, Euros. Looks like I just started the stream, so let's change the stage.
Moet je dat doen?
I will keep streaming, of course, on YouTube. So,
Dat is een kak alweer.
licht.
Dat is een nog. Nee. Ik ben echt een kind.
Zoom uit, moet zand zetten. Ja, van zand is cool. Kijk, dat is mooi. Dat is een mooie drinkfles, ja. Ja, heel cool. Hoeveel heb je erop? Dat is nieuw, eerst te mooi is het. Maar dat is oké. Ik ben blij dat het lukt. Ik ben blij dat het lukt. En dan nog wat cool in.
Ja.
Is dat aan de zijkant?
Nee, ik heb hem daar gelegd. Niet de grote zak. Nee, ik heb nu gelegd. Waar is hij dan? En in de toilet daar? Nou, ik kan wel even door naar het toilet. Dus.
Ja, ik heb gezegd dat het wordt. So it looks like we will take out. We took. So we just took out the highs here. Now I want to see actually a body close above this at the 15 minutes. If we do, that would have been a great entry because we just tapped out liquidity here. But we did not have a body close, so I could not find the entry before actually. Otherwise, that would have been, she's nice. A very nice entry. Small, didn't have to be a big trade because there would have been actually clean entry to the highs. That would have been 6 RV already. I keep seeing screens on YouTube. I'm gonna open my crypto for a while. Looks like we can't take crypto trade. Good. Was die leeg, hun telefoon? Was die leeg, hun telefoon? Nee. Hoe komt het dan die telefoon? Van ik was net hetzelfde. Hij is speciaal zo dan. Maar ze alle twee zijn telefoons zijn, want mijn was ook niet leeg.
Het is weer een dag ervoor. Oh. Je mij net vertrokken hier? Waar is een ander kopje nog? Want ik kan het helemaal wegzetten.
Let's take a look. This was another break to the downside for London session. So if we have another 5 minutes close, we sweep, see if it holds. If it's hold, that means actually that we had two confirmations. So I'm taking this all the way to the 1 hour value gap below. No, it's less. So we're an hour and a half. We're an hour and 30 minutes now in the trade and in the session. Because London also broke the downside, the orb. That is actually why I'm taking it. Because now we have two. I only risk like a half hour because we're trading against a major trend, of course. If we do not see immediately push back down, and it wants to come back in this range, I'll probably end it for the day. I will not take an extra one. So that we can take it through here. So that means we have a nice R collection. We have 1.5 hour collect for just a half hour risk. I want to take this. The reason is why we had two or breaks now the same way. So where we will take it, I will take it to the hourly for value gap. So 15 minutes for value gap down below. First TP would be this 1 hour. So keep an eye on this one. This is actually the biggest. So we'll see what happens. So 23,081.5. That would be my first. Would be a great one. If we do get into this one, that's only like a half hour. So I don't find it very compelling. If we do come immediately back up, it is what it is. Stats on 7 a.m. orb range. Nice. Gonna reduce the contract. For now, fully puts the downside. I will just add again one more time. Used your trade journal with NQ price data. What? Huge enough holding. Reason why I took one off, guys, is actually I wanted to see it continue directly down. It did not. We swept this one. We came back. We took for value gap. We moved back up, and it actually looks like it wants to now push up higher. So reducing. Well, what did we reduce? Oh, actually, we didn't reduce anything. Almost. We'll be around $70 anyway. So just keep it. This will be the last one I take. I will not enter another trade. We have news this afternoon, so we have a big possibility that we have actually a nice movement soon. So we just leave the rest what it is. Yesterday was nice trading session. So 11 we have some news, but the big news is actually at 2:30. So you can see it's just been chopping sideways, guys. And so no point of taking anything else. It did not sweep this low, so I actually wanted to see it sweep here before continuing up higher. I did not see this small gap here, so actually my stop should have been at the high. So did I put my stop correctly? So I would recommend not trading this again because we're just chopping sideways. So leave it. Do not try to do this. It's only gonna give you're only gonna give money to the market. So we don't want to do this. It is what it is. If we get stopped, just let it be. Because see, we have created manufacturer highs now. So we will get ticked out here. If we do not, I would be very much surprised because look, these are all three at the same height. Roept iemand heel mijn ding naar test. ADM. No, the text gewoon. So again, that was that sweep. What I thought so. I will just continue high. So good stop, good placed. Okay, that will be it for today, guys. I will not take another trade for this session. It's no use. You can see all we're just doing sideways movement. Let's go to 2:30 in the afternoon, and we will find a very nice trade in the afternoon. See you all back tomorrow, guys.